Me or you?
I forgot. Send Topical back with another video with honor of Mission Impossible 6 or 9 or 37.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing Tom Cruise movies today, the performance, not the movie. Or that'd be a totally different list. How we do our top 5 list. Let's say top 10 at first.
I don't think you said top anything.
Oh, we're doing top 5. So I'm going to do my 5 and 4, and then we'll go 2 apiece. If one of us has one ahead of another person that's 2 or higher, we will call that the Zemeckis rule, where we say the conversation for then. And we have a giveaway again, correct?
We do. So we both bought the same movie this time. So we actually have 2 copies of A Quiet Place to give away, but you can't see that part yet. Yeah, I'll blur it out or something. So the first 2 people to subscribe to the channel and comment on this video what my number 1 from our last top 5 list, which was vigilante movies.
It was a vigilante movie.
Whatever my number 1 vigilante movie was, comment on this video, be subscribed to the channel, and you'll get a free digital copy of A Quiet Place. Again, we have 2 of those giveaways, so the first 2 people to do that will get a copy of that movie this week. And without further I don't like that word, I'm not going to say it.
I do?
Yeah.
Not a fan of a do, heard?
So, I'll start, I guess.
But you're a fan of Mountain Dew.
I am, it's true. Sponsor us. So, number 5 on my list of Tom Cruise movies is going to be performances. It's going to be Born on the 4th of July.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
I wanted to. I couldn't find it in time.
Gotcha. So, I saw it a really, really long time ago, and I remember just enough of it to include it. So, basically, it's a biopic about this guy that actually existed, Vietnam vet, but then ended up speaking out against the war afterwards. And mine's really going to be short on this one, but I like his performance in that so much because it's about a guy who spends his entire life trying to explain to Americans that their over-patriotism doesn't matter as much to other things. And I think that's a lesson that we all need to learn.
Yeah.
So
it's one of the greatest, I'll say the greatest Schmidt player of all time. One of his favorite Tom Cruise movies. JT.
Oh, Grody. He's definitely not the best Schmidt player of all time. But so yeah, Born on the 4th of July, number 5 for me, because we need a reality check on the realities of patriotism. So number 4 on my list is going to be Jerry Maguire.
That's my number 3.
Okay, so we're going to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not super crazy about the movie itself. Like, it's a good movie.
I'm crazy about it. I thought it was really good.
You like it?
Very much
so. That's one with Renee Zellweger, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, so I love Cuba Gooding Jr., and I love him and Tom Cruise's deal. Not a big fan of the Cruise and Zellweger thing.
Yeah, but you don't need to. Her kid.
But, so that's really, he does great in it. Obviously, you get the iconic, "You complete me" line.
I thought you should say, "Show me the money."
Yeah, well, that's the one that I care about. And that scene is why I love his performance in it. I hate the "You complete me" line. Because
his relationship in that movie with everything with a penis is what makes that movie.
Yeah.
Son and him, that relationship is funny. It's great.
Yeah.
Comical timing. It's not forced.
Mm-hmm.
That helps the arc get over. Cuba Gooding Jr., same thing. Great arc.
Yeah, for sure.
The push over the romance.
Yeah. So
I like the romance too. It's like, if I had to categorize it, it was definitely the 3rd best relationship in that movie.
Sure. But I mean, how many relationships are there? So it's in last place.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it wasn't for just my issues with that part, it would have been higher. But it's my number 4.
Yeah. So starting off is going to be Cocktail. You seen that movie?
No, that's his first movie, isn't it?
No.
One of his real early ones, isn't it?
It's the early one.
Yeah.
So in the 80s, the 1980s. He's a bartender. That's in Cocktail. He has a scummy mentor. That makes for a great movie. It's just showing him growing up, childish, to realizing what adult is and how to have a relationship. And it's an alright movie, but I just like the performance. If it wasn't for the scummy mentor, it probably wouldn't be on this list, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, we're rating Tom Cruise performances, not scummy mentor performances.
He plays off of it very well.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the performance comes in. Number 4, Ethan Hunt.
Just in general?
In general. I couldn't pick one.
That is... But not on my list.
Not on his list.
Yeah, I think it was like my honorable mention. I was going to be like 6.
So, obviously, this is probably his most iconic performance. Because the only one with a sequel, really, right?
He has a lot of iconic performances, like especially when it comes to specific lines. But like as far as like what it made him a superstar, probably.
Yeah, and like the first action movie, I believe, also.
Yeah.
Just like that first one has so much well-timed tension in it.
Yeah, they're really good movies.
How he is kind of nerdy and he doesn't play the big action star.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
He plays more of a...
kind of down to earth. Like,
he knows he can kick your ass more than likely.
But he'd rather outsmart you.
But
like
if he gets hurt, he acts like he gets hurt. You know? He's not doing Bruce Willis shit, jumping cars and driving cars into helicopters and stuff.
Right.
If a spy was real, I feel like this is a real performance he would have.
Yeah.
And then even going through all these other movies, when he's climbing the side of a building and the suction cups,
that's tense.
That's tense, and it's because of his facial expressions.
He sells it. He really
sells
does.
it very well. His performance in all the movies are good. I even love the second one. The second one's bad, and it's so funny because it's bad.
Yeah.
The third one, I would say that's the weakest out of all of them, minus the second one, because I don't buy the relationship with the wife.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's the driving point of the movie. But he always delivers in those movies, without a doubt. So we'll kick it back over to your number 3.
Cool. So my number 3 is going to be Edge of Tomorrow.
It's not on my list.
Cool. So, I love science fiction, so like automatic boost.
If you watch our Ken trailer, Eye Above My Head, you hear us talk about some science fiction movies.
There you go. So it automatically gets points, but as far as his performance in it, I love the way that he sells that character. Like in the beginning, when he's just still so desperate to convince them that he is who he is. Like I think, I really like this movie because a lot of times in Tom Cruise movies, he's just kind of this like cocky, sort of arrogant, very sure of himself kind of person.
Yeah.
Where in Edge of Tomorrow, he's just this kind of like paper pusher, like bureaucrat side of the military that just gets like forced into action because he tried to bribe someone.
Yeah.
So, and you get to kind of watch him like accept his responsibility. I love the theme, like, Groundhog Day. No one's ever going to do that better than Groundhog Day, but it's still really cool to see that in such a completely different world and story. I really like his relationship with Emily Blunt in the movie because they don't really have a relationship because to her it's like 51st dates every day.
Yeah,
like she has to relearn that all every day, but he literally spends every day for however many days with her, so he's got like super feels for her, and I really like that idea of sort of like, she gets it, but like can't feel it because like it's been a day for her and stuff like that. But I think that he just sells that really, really well. I really enjoy it. Yeah, the barn scene. Yeah,
great.
That's great. So that's number 3. Number 2 is Top Gun.
No Zemeckis. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no Zemeckis. So
I think this movie sucks.
Yeah, Dylan doesn't like Top Gun. I would not say I'm in love with Top Gun, but I do really like Top Gun.
I dislike this movie for all the reasons why. I haven't seen your number 5, but because of your number 5, all the reasons why I dislike this movie.
Oh, because he went from playing like...
Uncle Sam took a dump and that movie came out.
Yeah, that's kind of true. But as far as his performance in it goes, he's like Han Solo, but in the real world. Like, he is arrogant, he is cocky, he knows that he's the best. He's talking back to his instructors, he's talking back to this superior, that superior. You get I believe that him and Goose love the shit out of each other. Like, I really enjoy it. Really enjoy his rivalry with Val Kilmer, for sure, too.
Iceman.
Yeah, so, like, to be clear, I'm not, like, I don't care that you don't like the movie, because the movie's pretty good. But it's just pretty good. Like...
You can take that pretty off.
Well, just because you don't like the themes in the movie doesn't mean that the movie is bad. Like, it's still well shot. It's still got, like, a great cheesy script for that time period.
Yeah.
Like, you get the homoerotic beach volleyball scene. I know that you love that.
No.
So, anyways, Tom Cruise.
Good try though, bud.
Top Gun, number 2. What's number 3?
Number 3, obviously, Jerry Maguire. We talked about that already.
It's true.
Number 2, Rain Man.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised it wasn't on your list. Have you seen Rain Man?
Mm-hmm.
Curious, why wasn't it on your list?
I don't know. I just like
Kids burn.
because he's
Oh,
probably for you go and talk about it because it's probably not on my list for a reason that it is on yours.
he is a great douchebag.
Yeah, I was right. It's
But-
on your list because for the reason it's not on mine.
But you see how he
he grows.
uses his brother, but then grows to love him at the same time.
Yeah,
And then the relationship with his girlfriend, that grows when everyone grows together. But Tom Cruise obviously has the most growth in that movie.
yeah,
And it's just like, I went from liking this guy for one reason, and then a totally different reason I started liking him.
sure.
With how he, if you show me the end of that movie, oh dude, he's such a nice guy. There's no way he used his brother like you told me he did.
Sure. You know why that's not on my list of top Tom Cruise performances? Because I don't think that he's acting in the beginning.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think.
So, I said it. Tom Cruise, you're a douche.
I love the movie. I love the performance. We did a top 5 Dustin Hoffman performances. Probably be 1 or 2 on that list. Also.
Sure, that's fair.
And my number what?
Where'd your cups go?
What cups? And my number 1 is Collateral because he's a hitman, and it's very shocking. You don't realize he can play this role because he's never played a role like this.
True.
And that's what's shocking from
I
him.
haven't seen it, by
He's
the way.
cold. I can't really, I don't know what to compare him to because I would say he's a little bit Patrick Bateman without the money. But he's just he's cold.
Yeah?
It's great. It's a great
Desensitized?
performance. Yes,
Like
perfect
he's
word.
seen so much shit that it just doesn't affect him
Yes.
anymore.
Decent size. Plot of the movie. Tom Cruise, hitman, takes Jamie Foxx, cab driver, around to do all the killings because he needs to kill all these people. He needs a way to go. Cab driver.
Hey, everybody's got to have a day job.
Have you seen this movie?
I haven't. I haven't seen
Okay.
it.
Well, I am 98% sure if you saw this movie, it would be on your list. Is that good?
Yeah, it probably would be. I love the sound of it.
They all deliver. Michael Mann, he really shoots cities really well.
That's
He
true.
did Manhunter and
Yeah.
Heat.
Uh-huh.
Very good director, good cast. Just like this movie brought an element of Tom Cruise out that I didn't know he had.
That's cool.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
And yeah, your number one was Top Gun.
No, Top Gun was my number 2.
Oh, you're number 1 then. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's A Few Good Men.
Oh,
How is that not on your list?
haven't seen it.
Real? Oh, well, that explains it. Man, we had the same problem with our number 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing in that movie. Which, so is Jack. But,
I saw it once when I was a young and a
fair.
youth. And I was like, I don't want to see this. I got Cuban Gooding Jr. in it, John Goodman, Jack Nicholson. Right?
Yeah, so what I like about it is that he basically is 2 different people in this movie. He's courtroom Tom Cruise, and then he's outside of the courtroom Tom Cruise. And he plays both of them so well. So in courtroom, he's even when he's still trying to figure out what's going on, in the courtroom, his confidence really doesn't waver or shake. He sticks to his things. He does what he has to do. He asks the questions, rolls with the punches. But then we get to see him working on the case outside of the courtroom,
And he just can't handle the truth, can he?
and he can't. He's unsure. He wavers. He has to have his friends come and back him up and give him some reassurance. He walks around his apartment fiddling with a baseball bat. So 2 different people. And he just plays them both so it's so believable that he is these 2 characters because that's kind of true. I've never had a job that's that high intensity or anything before, but you have your work self and you're not at work self.
Yeah.
And that's a very that's a natural thing, so that's a very real thing. I'm sure lots of lawyers are like that in real life, So yeah, and then obviously the conflict between him and Jack's character, just this scummy, anything should be allowed. The ends justify the means versus the ends don't justify the means. You're taking advantage of these soldiers, kind of And that's another thing I like. He is actually genuinely standing up for the helpless and defenseless and those who have been abused by someone who is abusing their position of power. And people like that suck.
Fuck the man.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of that.
Exactly. So that's it.
Yeah.
Those are our top 5 favorite Tom Cruise movies. Let us guys know what you think down in the comments below. Check out our other videos. Subscribe to the channel and make sure you give this one a like. We appreciate it. We'll see you all next time.